Good morning. Good Tuesday morning. It's wonderful to be here together on Boker Tov from Temple Sinai as we have this opportunity to start the day together. Each day has its own wonders and its own challenges. It seems somehow shocking that it is the day after Labor Day, that while a number of days technically of summer remain, that it feels like fall in so many ways. A fall that is in some ways expected and in other ways very much not. Good morning, Lance. Good morning, Annette. Good morning to each and every one of you. Please feel free to share a greeting with all those here. Good morning, Joni and Eleanor, as we take time this morning to be together. Good morning, John. And to each and every one of us, let us find a way to make today filled with meaning. Every day, the challenge of meaning is a real one, and our time together here is intended for that purpose. Boker Tov, Boker O. Welcome to Boker Tov from Temple Sinai. Temple Sinai Congregation of Toronto's daily opportunity to connect, to reflect, and to remember. I'm Rabbi Michael Dolgan, and pleased to be with you here this morning as we take some time. Good morning, Sandra, not just to recite the prayers of our people, but to hear them in a new way. Um, Temple Sinai friend and poet Rich Orloff put words together that really fit that purpose when he wrote in brief words uh, the following piece. He wrote a prayer for praying. As I say the words of my prayers, may they reach into me and grab me, shake me out of complacency, and inspire me out of habitual responses. Help me see beyond my thinking and open me to answers I can only grasp if I let go of the ones I have. Answers uh, seem satisfying, but they are in many ways misleading our life because of the nature of the amazing things we know and the things we can't know, as many ways filled with questions. And so I hope this morning we can allow new insights to be with us as we join together in our prayer for the miracle of awakening body and soul. Please join me. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר יצר את האדם בחוכמה, וברא בו נקבים נקבים, חלולים חלולים, גלוי וידוע לפני כיסא כבודך, שאם יפתח אחד מהם, או יסתם אחד מהם, אי אפשר להתקיים ולעמוד לפניך. ברוך אתה אדוני, רופא כל בשר, ומפליא לעשות. Blessed eternal God, creator of the universe, you have fashioned our bodies with wisdom, creating within us a finely balanced network. To stand before you in prayer is itself a fragile miracle. Eternal God, we praise you as the healer of body and spirit. That middle word on the second line of the Hebrew that's translated in the second line of the English as with wisdom, bechokhmah, doesn't just mean that we have been created wisely, although that is the simple meaning of the word. The letter bet at the beginning of the word means that what's followed is used in a way like a tool, and that the tool that God used to create humanity was wisdom. The wisdom inherent in our being, in the structure of our being that somehow functions each and every day. And at the same time, to create a body that's able to welcome wisdom, to have wisdom be present within it, and that we can see and understand more than we have evidence of. For example, the presence of the soul, that divine spark that makes us more than biological machines. The soul that you have given me, O God, is a pure one. You have created and formed it breathed it into me, and within me you sustain it. So long as my soul is within me, I will give thanks to you, eternal my God and God of my ancestors, source of all creation, sovereign of all souls. We praise you, eternal God, in whose hand is the power of all life and the spirit of all flesh. And let's join together, Lasok b'divrei Torah, ready to invest in learning this day. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah v'arev na Adonai Eloheinu et divrei Toratcha b'finu ובפי עמך בית ישראל, ונהיה אנחנו בצאצאינו, בצאצאי עמך בית ישראל, כולנו יודעי שמך, ולומדי תורתך לשמה. ברוך אתה, אדוני, המלמד תורה לעמו ישראל. אלו דברים שאין להם שיעור. These are the obligations whose value cannot be measured. They nourish us in this world and help us to create the world to come. Kibud av va'em, to honor fathers and mothers, ugmilut chasadim, to perform acts of love and kindness, vashkamat bet midrash shacharit v'arovit, to attend the house of study morning and evening, v'achnasat ochim, to welcome the stranger, uvikul cholim, to visit the sick, v'achnasat kala, to provide for brides and grooms, Vayat Hamed, to keep faith with the dead, V'yun Tfilah, to pray with sincerity, V'hava'at Shalom Ben Adam L'chavero, to make peace when there is strife, V'Talmud Torah Keneged Kulam, and the study of Torah is equal to them all. Let's continue with Baruch She'amar. Sorry, wrong page there. Let's continue with Baruch She'amar, which talks about the power of speech, that it's really speech and words that fashion our world, because we can only understand our world through language. That's why I think looking at the world through multiple languages is so powerful, because it really does give us different approaches and insights. Let's join together in Baruch She'amar, and then we'll join in our prayer for journeys, Psalm 121. Baruch She'amar v'haya ha'olam. Blessed is the one who speaks that we might listen. Blessed is the one who acts that we might be witnesses. Baruch She'amar. Blessed is the one who decides that we might accept. Blessed is the one who has mercy that we might live. Baruch She'amar v'haya ha'olam. Blessed is the one who removes the darkness that we might see. Blessed is the one who lives forever that we might believe. Blessed is the one who saves and delivers that we might be redeemed. And we continue with Shir Ma'alot Esainai, about raising our eyes. Let's find a way to look upward today. I will look only upward past the mountains, for my help comes from the one beyond. My help comes from the eternal maker of heaven and earth. Ever alert, your guardian will never allow your foot to stumble. The guardian of Israel never rests, never sleeps. The eternal will watch over you as a shadow cast by your right hand. You will not be overcome by the sun nor abandoned by the moon. The eternal will guard you from all evil, watching over you. The eternal will guard you as you set out and as you return from this very moment until the end of time. Words that have been with our people in every generation are Shema Yisrael. These words that call on us to be a witness to the world, to do so both with our intellect, our moach, our mind, and with our esh, with our emotion, and with the fire that is within us. And so bringing all of that into focus, we join together in Shema Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, Bechol Levavecha, Uvechol Nafshecha, Uvechol Meodecha. Ve'ayu Advarim Ha'ele, Asher Anochi Metzavcha Hayom Al Levavecha. Ve'shinantam Levanecha, V'dibalta bam, V'shivtecha bebetecha, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ויעשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת. והיה לכם לציצית, וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני, ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם, אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. It's been such a challenging time. On the one hand, we have beautiful, quiet days over a weekend. And at the same time, we're aware of the experience of the families of those who were murdered by Hamas in captivity as Israel sought to free them. These deaths certainly have opened a new wound, which again is the goal of Hamas each and every day. While in the days ahead, we are no doubt going to face additional anti-Zionist, anti-Semitism. The notion clearly stated by these groups that while peoples deserve self-determination, Jewish people are not one of them. That this is a time where we have to be aware that the enemy faced in Hamas and other extremist terrorist groups are those who seek only death and destruction. They are aware that Israel will not go anywhere. And so their way to try to tear that down and change that reality is to carry out crimes so heinous that making an agreement with them is impossible for Israel, as they seek to lock Israel and our people into an endless cycle of violence and terror. Were the solution easy, we would have come upon it by now. And yet we do know that what we need to do in the meantime, especially for those who are very much on the front lines, and while we're aware that the next number of days are going to put university and public school students on the front lines, is we need to remind ourselves of a basic truth, that anti-Semitism has been with our people the entire span of our existence, or at least for many millennia. But at this time, for the first time in 2 millennia, there is a place of Jewish home, a place of Jewish strength that can be there, where we, the Jewish people worldwide, and the half of the Jewish people that live in the state of Israel, can find a way to get through this together. And that is something that we will fight to do. And to understand what that means, I want to again urge you to join us at Temple, and to urge your friends to join us as well this Sunday at 10 a.m. as we welcome the head of the Israel Religious Action Center, the Israel Center for State and Politics, for State and Religion, Orly Erez Lechovsky, at Temple at 10 a.m., the successor to Anat Hoffman. Please do join us, because our very presence is an act of prayer that says we will continue our lives, we will continue to focus not just on survival, but on our values. And under impossible circumstances, the soldiers of the IDF, this primarily young women and men, seek at once to fight an intractable enemy and at the same time to maintain values that they have been taught and self-defense, and doing so in a way where we don't lose ourselves. That is one of the great challenges of the IDF. Again, facing an enemy whose goal is to destroy the key democratic and Western values that undergird the state of Israel and Canada and other places where Jews live safely as well. Please join me in these words of prayer for those young people carrying this awesome and awful responsibility. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל ושאר מגיני עמנו העומדים על משמרתם. ישמורם הקדוש ברוך הוא ויצילם מכל צרה וצוקה ומכל נגע ומחלה, וישלח ברכה בכל מעשה ידיהם. ויקוים בהם הכתוב, וכיתתו חרבותיהם לעתים, וחניתותיהם למזמרות, לא יישאו גוי אל גוי חרב, ולא ילמדון עוד מלחמה, וישבו איש תחת גפנו, ותחת תאנתו, ואין מחריד ונאמר, Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless the soldiers of the IDF and all who stand on guard for us. May the Holy One guard them against all difficulty and distress, injury and illness. May all of their actions bring blessing, fulfilling the prophet's words. Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Let nation not lift up sword against nation, and may they learn war no more. May all sit under a vine or fig tree with none to make them afraid. And together we say, Amen. And we turn now, as we say Amen, to another prayer that requires that answer, that at least with our, not just with our voices, but with our choices and our actions, we must affirm the essence and the need and the responsibility of healing. That we're aware that someone is in hospital, or that her daughter is about to also go into the hospital as well, face a different procedure. That we're aware that people are alone or isolated due to illness or infirmity or age. When it becomes clear that people are left to suffer in silence, and that suffering is intentionally visited upon hostages and so many others, we must stand for a world that is filled with shalom, that's very far from the world we live in now. But if we let go of the vision, those who seek to destroy that vision will be the winners. And so at this moment, we bring to mind those in our family, in our circle of friends, in our congregational family, in need of strength and healing, those names that have been placed in the chat, in this and other services, those names given to me and to Temple. For one of us, for all of us, let's join in these words and allow these words to shake us out of our stupor and do at least one thing we hadn't planned on doing today to provide strength and healing for someone in need. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם, יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה, רבקה, לאה ורחל, הוא ירפא את כל מכותינו. יהי רצון מלפניך, אדוני אלוהינו, להחלים ולרפאותם, וישלח לנו מהרה רפואה שלמה ועטרת שלום, ונאמר Amen. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless and heal all who suffer. May it be the divine will to provide healing and strength. Reveal to us the holiness of life, the wholeness of shalom, and together we say, Amen. Well, let's pause now to, we've had some time to connect and to reflect. Let's take some time to remember. Recalling those who died in recent days and weeks, those whom death has taken from us at this season in years past, and those many that we have taken into our hearts with our own. During the past 30 days, the period of Shloshim, we extend our condolences to the families of Etty Haleman, Edward Sweet, Minky Lipson, Alan Gerskup, Joanna Sloan. And we remember all victims of war and terror, including those terror victims added by Hamas murdering them as freedom closed in. We remember Hirsch Goldberg, Poland, Eden Yerushalmi, Ori Danino, Alex Lubnov, Karl Melgat, Almog Saosi, Arak Ben Eliyahu, Hadas Branch, Roni Shakuri, Rina Daniv, Shimon Daniv, Gidon Perry, Arnon Zamora, Liron Yitzchak, and those active duty IDF personnel whose lives have been lost in the last 30 days. Shachar Binun, Yotam Yitzchak Peled, David Moshe Ben Shitrit, Omer Ginsburg, Yoai Chaim Glam, Amit Friedman, Mordechai Yosef Ben Shoam, Ori Ashkenazi Nehemiah. And on yahrzeit, on the anniversary of their deaths, on this 30th day of the month of Av, its last day, on the 3rd of September, 2024, we remember Michelle Arshavsky, Jackie Kaplan, Goldie Feldman, Roy Ronald Gazen, Frida Gladstone, Charles Halpern, Peter Holzberg, Sion Girard, Irv Newman, Max Solomon. Zechronam Levacha, may their memories be a blessing to us. Our griefs and our sympathies are mingled as we turn together to words sanctified by memory, words glorified by hope, the words of Kaddish Yatom. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemeh Rabba be'alma divra cheruteh ve'yamlich malchuteh b'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'b'chaye dechol bet Yisrael ba'gala u'bizman kari v'yemor Amen. Yehe Shemeh Rabba mavarach le'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitzomam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shmei dekudsha borichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechemata damiran ve'alma v'emru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'emru Amen. Oseh shalom b'momav hu yaseh shalom Alenu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and bring comfort and strength to all who remember. And together we say, Amen. Well, Temple's very grateful that a contribution has been made by Rebecca and Sam Halpern to the Rabbi's Discretionary Fund, observing yahrzeit for Charles Halpern. I wish everyone a Boker Tov, a Boker Ol, wishing you a good and meaningful day. Let's really make it a Boker Tov. Make it a